Level 1. The recruit. You are 18 years old. You don't know it yet, but today is the last normal day of your life. You walk into a recruiting office on a Wednesday afternoon, sandwiched between a dry cleaner and a cell phone store in a strip mall off Route 9. The sergeant behind the desk has forearms like fence posts and eyes that have already decided what you are. He asks what you want to do. You say Special Forces. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't nod. He just looks at you for 3 full seconds. Sit down, he says. You sit. 6 weeks later, you're on a plane. Fort Jackson, South Carolina. The moment the bus doors open, a man is screaming before your foot hits the ground. He is 3 inches from your face. He is telling you that you are nothing. The strangest part? He's right. Right now, you are nothing. And that's exactly where you need to start. For 9 weeks, they remake you from scratch. You run before the sun comes up. You march after it goes down. You learn to field strip a rifle in the dark. You learn that the person you were before this couldn't have survived a single one of these days. That person is gone now. You volunteer for airborne school. 3 weeks, 5 jumps, 1 door. Your first jump, you stand at the edge of a C-13, at 1,250 feet. The wind is a wall. The ground is a quilt of brown and green below you. Your brain sends one message. Do not go through that door. The jump master sends a different one. You go. You fall through empty air and the chute opens, and for 12 seconds the world is completely, perfectly silent. Then the ground arrives. You get up. You do it 4 more times. You earn your jump wings. You report to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And that's when you see them for the first time. Men in green berets moving through the base like they own the air itself. Quiet, certain, unhurried. They don't look at you. You are not yet worth looking at. You write your request for Special Forces selection. 11 months into your enlistment. Your platoon sergeant reads it. 9 out of 10 guys like you don't finish week 1, he says. You say, I know. He signs it. Level 2, the candidate. You arrive at Camp McCall with 388 other men. Nobody greets you. Nobody explains the rules. Nobody posts a schedule. There is only this: show up, keep moving, don't quit. Week 1, physical testing, timed runs, timed rucks, a 12-mile march with 45 pounds on your back. They never tell you the standard. They never tell you your score. Every night you go to sleep not knowing if you passed. Every morning they tell you to be back at 04:30. You are. Week 2, map, compass, 80,000 acres of pine forest, swamp, and hills, with no names. Your rucksack weighs 65 pounds. You have a deadline you were never told. You navigate alone. No trail, no GPS, no partner. You walk through water up to your chest. You walk through 3 a.m. darkness when your body tells you to lie down and stop. Men quit every single day. No drama. They walk to the nearest cadre member, say 2 words, and a truck appears. They get in. They're gone. You keep walking. Week 3, groups of strangers. Problems with no correct answer. The task is a costume. The cadre aren't watching what you build. They're watching who you become when it's impossible. By Thursday, you have stopped trying to impress anyone. You just work. On the final day, they read names off a list. Yours is on it. You feel something rise in your chest. Then you remember, this was the easy part. Level 3, the Q course student, 18 months. That is how long they will spend turning you into a green beret. Small unit tactics. How to move like a shadow, how to set an ambush in total darkness, how to walk into one and survive. Then your specialty, weapon sergeant. Every weapon built in the last century, American, Russian, Chinese, Belgian, how to use them, how to fix them, how to teach a man who's never touched a gun to clear a room in the dark. You fire thousands of rounds. Your shoulder turns purple, then yellow, then purple again. Then language school, Arabic, 6 months, 8 hours a day, 8 more hours of homework every night, 5,000 vocabulary words, a new alphabet. Half your class fails. You pass. Then Robin Sage, a fictional country called Pineland, a guerrilla resistance movement. Your mission, earn their trust, train them, lead them. The resistance fighters test you. They argue with you. They lie to you. You figure out fast, this isn't a tactics test, it's a trust test. You can know every weapon ever made, but if these people don't believe in you, you have nothing. You earn it. Slowly, carefully. You pass, there is a small ceremony. A command sergeant major places a green beret on your head. It is a piece of wool. It weighs nothing, but when it touches your head, something shifts. Your mother is crying. You are trying not to. You fail. You don't care. You've earned the right to fail at this. Level 4, the junior weapons sergeant. You're 23 years old, new to your ODA, quiet, watching everything. 12 men, every man a specialist. You are the newest, the one who carries the most gear and speaks the least. That's not an insult. That's the job right now. Your team deploys to Afghanistan, a small fire base in the mountains, 40 kilometers from the nearest American unit. Air support 20 minutes out on a good day. 12 of you. That's it. You drink tea with village elders every morning. The man on your left lost his nephew to a Taliban CED. The man on your right lost his cousin to an American airstrike. Both men shake your hand. Both men might report your position tonight. You don't know which. So you treat them both like they're the one who won't. Your team sergeant says trust out here isn't a feeling. It's a calculation you make with incomplete information every single day. Your first real firefight happens on a Tuesday. It lasts 6 minutes. When it's over, you look down at your hands. They are completely still. You expected fear to feel different. Instead, it felt like work. Fast, loud, necessary work. 9 months later, you come home. No crowd, no parade. Baggage claim at Fayetteville. Your mother holds you longer than you expect. You let her level 5, the senior weapons sergeant. You're 28, 4 deployments in. You are now the man the new guy watches. Village stability operations. You live inside the village. No walls between you and the population. No buffer. Get close. Build trust. Make it cost something for the enemy to operate here. One evening, a boy comes to your gate, maybe 13. He has a folded note from his father. Taliban movement, a pass 3 kilometers north. Tomorrow before dawn. You verify, it checks out. Your team moves into position at 0300. 6 hours of silence. Heat that doesn't drop below 90, even at night. They come. Contact over in under 5 minutes. No friendly casualties. You don't celebrate. You just reload. 19 days later, your junior medic steps on a pressure plate. The explosion throws him 30 feet. You reach him first. Your hands move before your brain catches up. Tourniquet left leg. Tourniquet right leg. Pack the wound. Call the bird. In the helicopter, he grabs your sleeve. Are they still there? He asks. He means his legs. You hold his hand. You tell him the doctors are waiting. You don't answer the question. He survives. He loses both legs below the knee. You visit him at Walter Reed months later. He's walking on prosthetics. He's smiling like he won something. He thanks you for saving his life. You sit with that on the drive home for a very long time. Level 6, the team sergeant. You are 33 years old. Your knees announce themselves every morning. Your left ear has a frequency it no longer receives. Too many years of explosions. You are the team sergeant now. 18 Zulu, the backbone. Your captain is 27. West Point, sharp, first ODA. He outranks you on paper. He listens to you. The good ones always do. You know the difference between a plan that looks right in a briefing and a plan that holds when the first thing goes wrong. Your captain learns that difference from you, quietly, without embarrassment. East Africa, training a counter-terrorism unit. The enemy here has been fighting this war longer than your soldiers have been alive. You don't underestimate them. That's how you get people killed. One of your guys is going through a divorce. You don't fix it. You just sit with him after hours. You stay. Your medic's mother is dying back home. You get him on a flight in 18 hours. He makes it. On your last patrol, you take contact from a ridgeline. Your comm sergeant takes a round through the upper arm. You treat him on the ground. You push through. You get everyone out. At the debrief, the captain praises the team. He doesn't mention your name. That's exactly right. You taught him that. Level 7, the company sergeant major. You are 39 years old. You no longer run missions. You run the men who do. 160 soldiers. You know their names, their families, their breaking points before they know it themselves. You fight for them in rooms with no windows, with people who have never carried a rifle. You fight for equipment, for mental health resources that don't follow a man on his record. You fight for time. Time is the one thing the Army will never give you enough of. 2 soldiers in your company are not okay. The war got inside them in ways that took years to surface. You sit with each of them, not as a commander, as a man who has been in the same room they're standing in right now. One stays in, one gets out and builds a life worth living. You count both as wins. Your son is 16. He calls on a Thursday. He made the varsity team. After you hang up, you sit in the silence. You think about all the calls you missed, all the ordinary Thursdays. You can't get those back, but you're here now. That has to count for something. Level 8, the battalion commander. You are 43 years old, lieutenant colonel, over 500 people, operations in multiple countries. You don't kick doors anymore. You authorize the people who do. Every morning there are decisions waiting. Most of them require information that isn't there yet. You make them anyway. Waiting for certainty is its own choice, usually the wrong one. One of your teams takes a casualty, a staff sergeant, married, 2 kids, shrapnel from an IED. He survives. You call his wife yourself. Before the official notification team, you tell her he's alive. She doesn't say anything for a long time. Then she says, "Thank you." You drive home that night in the dark. You sit in your car in the driveway for 10 minutes before you go inside. Level 9, the general. You are 50 years old. The star on your collar is new. Your wife pinned it on herself. Her hands were steady. Yours were not. 1,400 soldiers. 4 continents. Dozens of ODAs moving in places that don't exist in the public conversation. You brief the Secretary of Defense on Tuesdays. You brief the chairman of the Joint Chiefs on Fridays. Sometimes you brief people above that, in rooms where your phone stays outside the door. The decisions that come out of those rooms move men across the world by morning. You think about a 19-year-old standing in a jumpmaster's door at 1,250 feet, not wanting to go, going anyway. That man and this man are the same person. You're not sure how, but you are. On a Tuesday night, you authorize a mission. You go home. Your wife asks how your day was. You say, "Long." At 0410, your phone vibrates. All personnel accounted for. Mission complete. You put the phone down. You look at the ceiling. Something releases in your chest. You don't have a word for it. You close your eyes. Level 10, the retired warrior. You retired on a Friday. Small ceremony. Conference room, not a parade field. Someone said things about you that were true. You stared at a spot on the back wall and let them be true. You drove home in civilian clothes. You sat on your porch. The sun went down. You didn't move until it was gone. You are 55 years old. Your back has a name for its condition now. Your left ear lives in a permanent conversation between ringing and silence. Your right knee works like something repaired, not original. You went to therapy, not because you wanted to. Because one Sunday morning your wife said 3 words in a voice that meant she had already decided. I need you. You went. Your daughter lives 30 minutes away. She has a son. He's 4. He runs to the door when you arrive. He grabs your hand with both of his and pulls you toward whatever he needs you to see. Something in your chest opens up every time. You didn't know that was still there. You get calls from old teammates. Fewer every year. Some are gone. Heart disease, cancer. One, a phone call you still can't describe. Without stopping to breathe. The body keeps the record of everything it survived. It sends the invoice in your 50s. You attend too many funerals. You know too many widows. You have folded too many flags with too much practice in your hands. Everyone costs something. It used to cost less. You spoke at a Green Beret graduation in the spring. 150 young men in Green Berets. They looked exactly like you looked 35 years ago. Absolutely certain. Completely unaware. You told them the truth. You said the brotherhood is real. The cost is real. Hold on to your family. Find something to believe in. Learn to ask for help before it's the only option left. They listened. They didn't believe you. You didn't believe your mentors either. That's how it goes. Somewhere right now, a kid is sitting across a desk in a strip mall. He's signing something. He has no idea what he's signing. He will go to places that don't appear on any civilian map. He will meet men who will matter to him more than he has words for. He will lose some of them. He will become someone his family will love and not always fully recognize. He will serve. He will fight. He will carry things the rest of us never will and never know. And if he makes it through all of it, all the years and the deployments and the funerals, he will end up on a porch somewhere. Morning, coffee, the sun coming up over something quiet, and he will sit there and try to understand what it all meant. Some mornings he'll almost get there.